Mic check 1 2. Okay, probably going to hate myself for doing this, recording from outside, but I need to change my scene a bit and have a different angle, just so that I can explain from a different view. But yeah, and my gate is just opposite me, so people are just going to be like, what's this guy doing? There's a content creator in the building. Anyway, maybe they'll subscribe and I'll reach 1,000 subscribers before the year ends, which you should probably do if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel. Subscribe so that I can get to 1,000 views before the year ends, or at the beginning of the year next year. Whatever time you watch this video, just do subscribe, like the video. And this video is just me talking about my how the year has gone for me. There's a lot that's happened, there's a lot that's changed, so I just want to give an explanation, just talk about things, man. Just talk about the year that's passed by, the year that's coming to an end. Yeah, there's a highway just opposite me here, and it's loud. I don't know, I hope my microphone is cutting that out, but it's loud. Yeah, it's amazing how life rewards persistence, no jokes. And as I'm going to share, a lot happened during the course of the year, from picking up new projects to dealing with difficult clients to meeting with new people. It felt like the universe was quietly guiding me towards the right direction, like everything was going towards something. But it wasn't with its difficulties, which I'll also be talking about. Uncertain beginnings and things falling into place. First, I'll be honest, the year kicked off with a lot of prospects. I had ideas of how I would turn things around in my life, especially financially, but they were just prospects and weren't certain. For example, I knew I had to post as many YouTube videos as possible because that was like plan A for me. And the idea wasn't to get monetized and get paid by YouTube like I did think when I just started my YouTube channel, but to put myself out there and potentially get sponsors, or build a community on Patreon for exclusive content, or record some courses and post sneak peeks on YouTube, then redirect people to our website for the complete course. That was like plan A, B, and C. One way or the other, I just knew I had to make it, something had to fall in place. I had got a taste of it with a few sponsors, and now I wanted to fully capitalize on it. I wanted to go hard on YouTube. The other prospect was networking, and this one would really bankrupt me for sure. I thought to myself that if I went for many of these networking events, especially the paid networking events, I'll talk to someone or people who would link me to a high-paying job, or get some people who would become my clients for my video editing services and content creation services. And I was specifically keen on going for the paid networking events because I felt like going for the paid networking events, I would meet people who are serious about building their companies and are looking for people who can improve their businesses. So those were the people I was targeting, and I thought I would get them in these paid networking events. But these paid networking events didn't have to exceed 100,000 because then I'll just go broke. The goal was to put myself out there, whether in a paid networking event or not a paid networking event. It was just to put myself out there. And if you're looking for opportunities, this is a very, very good way to get yourself opportunities. Put yourself out there, go out to networking events. The people you're going to meet can potentially change your life. They can potentially change your life. And this is something that we kind of overlook, but it's something that's really major. A big playing thing in this whole thing of getting opportunities. There's that saying that you have to spend money to make money. So that was kind of the thought process I was going with. If I go for these paid networking events, I can get a client who can pay me even more, so I recoup back the money that I've spent on these events. That was just the idea, spend money to make money. I was rolling on that saying hard. It kind of paid off in a sense, even though my breakthrough client didn't come as a result of going for a paid networking event. This client came as a result of meeting someone that I had worked with the previous year, and this person I had worked with the previous year connected me with someone who was looking for video editing services, and boom, I got my breakthrough client. I started getting some good pay from this client that was referred to. The only problem about my line of work is just the uncertainty that if this client decides to, do away with you, you're out of business, you're out of work. I tried to work around that by working with different other clients, but the other clients are not as consistent as this one client. So that's kind of a problem for me. And the good thing about this client is that he's paying me what I've asked for. Most times when you're looking for work, when you're looking for clients to pay you for your services, I've had a hard time getting clients to pay me what I'm asking for. Usually they just want to pay you what they think is good for your work, or just trying to like get the most out of you for little pay, and it can't be something that you can settle for in the beginning because you're trying to like understand the field. But over time, when you like get into the field, when you're like really into the field, you need to sit back and assess your clients and try to distance yourself from these low paying clients and stand your ground, which is something that I'm also trying to grow past. But sometimes I find that my expenses are reaching me, so I just have to like close one eye or both eyes and do the gig, get the money, get off my expenses, and just pretend like it never happened and just try to avoid them. The last prospect was to offer more services to some of the clients that I'm already working with, and this was going to be a tough one because some of them were paying me less for the services I was offering them, and now offering them more services, I would overwork myself for little pay. It was going to be a serious one, but I was just looking at how fast can I reach my goals. Like, how fast can I reach my financial goals? Because I had this goal in my head, 2024, I don't have to be making less than 1M a month. Like, that was just like the thing that was lingering in my head. So whatever way possible, I had to reach that mark. The idea was that 2024 would be the year I would get modestly well with my finances. And not just my finances, but some of my other hobbies like art, writing, reading, because my reading count had gone down. Like, I haven't read a complete book since the beginning of the year. I just started reading books and stopped like halfway, and then I move on to another book. So I wanted to improve on that in 2024. Then I didn't really get to that. I got some more work, and all of a sudden I closed an eye to the reading. I usually mime to songs, like songs that have already been produced, because I do a lot of karaoke. But I wanted to get better at freestyle rapping, like just playing a beat and rapping like off the top of my mind, something that I need to really get good at. Because if you're a rapper like me, if you're in the like hip hop world, most of these guys know how to freestyle like it's a thing. So I need to get the thing. I need to get the thing to be a real hip hop guy. So I really wanted to improve on my freestyle rapping. Hard work and dealing with difficult clients. There were some serious grinding moments this year, especially when it came to working with clients. You see, freelancing means freedom, but it also means dealing with very challenging clients. There were late night revisions, endless messages, and a lot of patience testing moments. Just woke up to finish some client work. I honestly hope this change that I've made is perfect, is good, because I'm going to have a very, very long day today working, editing, and if I have any pending work, like any work that hasn't been completed, that's going to be a problem. But here's the thing, it all taught me resilience. Bro, I would have burst out and done away with some of my clients, but I just held myself together and kept on the grind. I told myself, you need to make the money. Let's make the money. Let's focus. Let's stay focused. Now looking back, there were some of the best lessons, because every time a client tested my patience, I'd be more creative at meeting their requests. Like, you're asking me for something that I've never done before, and all of a sudden I have to like sit back, think about it, learn about it, and just try to put it into work and try to get it out. Like, it was real testing. Like, it was real hard work, but it eventually got me to be better at my craft, like really better at my craft. Travels to Kenya and Tanzania. One of the highlights of the year was traveling to Kenya and Tanzania. Dar es Salaam to be specific in Tanzania, and Nairobi to be specific in Kenya. Having worked with Founders Launch for over 2 years, they set up a trip to Kenya and to Tanzania to allow founders experience and see the ecosystems in Nairobi and in Dar es Salaam, because these are like the big powerhouses in East Africa, and their ecosystems are absolutely stunning. Seeing that they have grown their cities with innovative startups and also international startups, especially in Kenya. Like, you're seeing companies that you wouldn't see in an African city. Jaguar, these are like car dealerships that are in the city of Nairobi, something that you don't really see around here. Uganda suffers from it being a landlocked country, and that was very evident in Nairobi and in Dar es Salaam. Though Nairobi has huge skyscrapers compared to those here in Uganda, and in many numbers as well, though some of them are like old buildings. I just had to put that out there. And I was the most cynical entering Nairobi, because I had been there before and it didn't really impress me, probably because I was little and I didn't get to see the entire city. But this time when I went, wow, I was impressed. Dar es Salaam was beach vibes. but really developed with startups left, right, and center. You see, traveling isn't just about seeing new places, it's about gaining different perspectives. And this trip gave me plenty of those. I imagine that if I had just traveled on my own, I would just probably go and experience the nightlife in Kenya and the nightlife in Tanzania, which in Dar es Salaam was amazing because we had a sneak peek at a beach club. It was amazing, and if we had enough time, or if I had enough money on me, I would probably be in Nairobi for just that one night, experience the nightlife, then head back to Kampala. Now my adventure in Barara, waterfall rappelling at Sipi Falls. Later in the year, I joined a friend of mine on a trip to Barara, and let me tell you, it was unforgettable. The highlight was waterfall rappelling at Sipi Falls. Even though climbing the mountain, Mount Elgon, was amazing, but this one highlight just topped it all. Imagine scaling down a waterfall, like they've tied you up with ropes and whatnot, and they're taking you down the waterfall. Like the waterfall is just opposite you.
Yo! Spray your hands like this. Sebo! All of them. Why you knock you?
Just imagine how terrifying that is. My friend imagined it way too much that he couldn't even give it a try. It was the most daring thing I did all year, and it was really, really worth it. My heart stopped singing. Why? Why would you walk around singing? Why? She's adding even more on the volume. My heart was pounding, and I think even my ghost got out of my body, because at a point I kind of lost consciousness, like I wasn't myself for a minute, but not to the point of fainting. Is that saying, is it life is too short, so live it to the fullest? That's exactly what I was looking forward to. Like, I really had to live it to the fullest at that point. And this experience reminded me that stepping out of your comfort zone is where the magic happens. If you ever get the chance to try it, do try it. Moving out and facing the world on my own. This year I also took a huge step and moved out of my dad's house. It was time to create my own space, take responsibility, and truly face the world on my own. I made a full video on this, which you can click by tapping the link up here. I think it's up here or up here, whatever. Just look up, you'll see the link. You can watch the whole video. I talked about like my entire experience moving out, meeting new friends, and starting a podcast. This year wasn't just about work and adventures, it was also about meeting with new people. Thus the networking events. I've met some amazing friends, and two in particular have become close, and I think you've seen them in one of the videos, which is in the podcast. They have each taught me something valuable, from business to relationships to life to becoming a better person. Since we are midway the video, or probably at the end of the video, I don't know, whatever the case, do like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. As the year comes to a close, I can't help but feel grateful. It's been a year of unexpectedness to growth and then to success. Like 2024 has really been a transformative year. And you know what? It's just the beginning, because next year's goals are even bolder. If 2024 taught me anything, it's that with persistence and foresight, because I made an effort to think further into the future with my goals, both persistence and foresight can take you further than you ever thought. So get in the habit of setting goals and thinking far ahead into the future. Thank you for being a part of this journey with me, because you watching these videos contributes to my growth on YouTube, which can actually allow me meet my goals for YouTube and potentially get me to start earning on YouTube. And if you've enjoyed this video, do like the video. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, which many of you haven't, subscribe to the channel. My lord, this noise is a lot. And share this video to someone who needs some inspiration, because I think my story is quite inspiring now. Since I'll catch up with you next time.